Hello and welcome back to NJCDC's The Loft. Today, leading our youth discussion, we have some representatives from the Great Falls Youth Center. Returning back, please, first name, last name, can I have?
Deasia Curry.
Luis Fuerte Lucero.
Awesome. We had you guys last time at our first youth discussion. Next to me, I have our co-host, which is, let him introduce himself.
My name is Christopher Jean-Francois. Call me Chris. I am the lead mentor here at the Great Falls Youth Center, and I'm so happy to be here with you guys.
Yeah, and I think last time you guys were here, like I said, we were just it was a little more casual. It was more open-ended, but today we actually have something that we would like to have your thoughts about today. And I'll pass it off to Chris to introduce our questions.
Yeah. So in the room, we have one graduate, correct?
Yes.
One high school graduate going into college, and we have one senior, right? Okay, so talk about, let's speak to that. How do you feel about entering your college career?
Well, at the beginning of notifying myself that, I'm already graduated, I was kind of nervous because I don't know what to do because this is like my first time, and I know it's everybody's first time entering college. I was very nervous, but right now I have that different change. I feel like more energetic, and I feel like I could be ready for college, and I'm friendly with everyone, so I could meet anyone in there. So now I don't have that type of problem where I'm like shy. I could just talk to anyone at this point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind of excited right now.
You said you noted like a change in yourself. You know,
Okay.
what did something happen in particular, or was it just growth and you just changed? What happened?
I would say two things: growth, and mostly because I recently had my orientation meeting with the school, St. Peter's, and I met a lot of people, and we exchanged numbers, and we talk now. So
Okay.
mostly we have that connection now.
Okay. Getting connected, making friends.
Yeah.
I love that. Beautiful. Deasia, we're going to speak to you for a little bit. How do you feel? You're about to be the big dog on campus, the big senior.
I'm nervous because it's my last year of high school, and like after high school, life gets like really real. So it's kind of like nerve-wracking, I guess.
Yeah, so for me, right, my perspective, I recently, like a year ago, I graduated from college, right? So I basically, you're just starting to enter that world, or you're going to enter that world after this year. But I do agree, life does get real, but I will say it does get a lot funner too. You know what I mean? Because you're also you have that point, like you've grown a lot. You learn how to, like, you have a more sense of self. Of sometimes, it depends from person to person, but my personal experience is just definitely harder. But there are positives and negatives. So I would say look forward to it.
Yeah. Is there anything in particular you're looking forward to? Deasia, we'll start with you this time. What are you looking forward to about being a senior?
I guess just like making this year count.
Okay. In what way? How could you make it count?
Like applying for different colleges, making sure my grades are straight and stuff like that.
Okay. I hear you. Luis, same to you.
Well, what I'm like, let's see. I wanna like spend more time with people, like the same common we share. Like, let's say if I like this and this people like this, I want to do that, or I want to sign up to like different clubs and be like involved in the campus, and I just want to be like in the community, and help out and be part of the peacock.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So, is this, like, I'm hearing a lot of emotions from this change. Is this one of the bigger changes in your life? And if it is, how do you guys like respond to change? Typically, is that something you guys are used to, or what's your relationship with change?
Well, change with me, I feel this is new to me because mostly I'm the first gen in my family, and technically before college and senior, I was very nervous. I didn't know what to do because I was thinking to myself, I'll just do high school and then just stop right there. But I saw people do college and different people try to motivate me to do, I don't know, trade school, and just like don't stop, just keep moving forward. So people told me, what's like your biggest talent, and what do you like to do the most? And I was like, help out. Um, I'm creative. I like to build stuff, and mostly, be around people that share the same common stuff. And my parents always used to say that we don't have to stay in the in the same space or place. So mostly we have to look somewhere different to know and learn more stuff.
Okay, so you got encouraged to change.
Yeah.
So you got encouraged to embrace it. Despite the discomfort or what can happen, you got encouraged to embrace it. That is cool. And also congratulations to you for being a first generation college.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
That's big stuff. It is not light. So congratulations. Asia, what is your relationship with change? How are you handling it?
Personally, I do not like change at all because, like, when I graduated 8th grade, I didn't want to switch to another high school because I would have to, like, get used to a whole bunch of different people that I don't know. So I decided to stay at my school with the people I do know so that I can graduate with, like, my friends or whatever. So, yeah.
Friends in air quotes.
Yeah.
What's that? What is that?
Friends,
Is that kind of the view that we have on friends before you graduate high school? Kind of just friends?
Yeah, because you're not, from like my high school experience, the amount of friends I had coming into high school, I don't have like the same amount of friends anymore because they're just like weird. They're not weird, but like.
Well, I would say like for me, right, when I went to college, I didn't really keep in touch with a lot of my old high school friends. Like I only I max like 2 or 3, right? And even now, and those are like the real like lifelong relationships. Like those are the only relationships I would say from high school that are really going to survive, because everyone kind of goes off to do their own thing, whether they're going to college or they're taking a different route, so like it's definitely, understandable. It's definitely a shared experience, I feel like. So,
yeah, definitely. I agree with that a lot. After, I think, can count on one hand the people in high school who I still talk to, and on that same hand, I can count the people who I still talk to from college.
Yeah.
So, a lot of the friends you make are from your hometown or in moments and in memories or special experiences that you have. I have a friend I met through someone else in college. He didn't even go to the college, but me and him are a lot closer than the guy I knew in college.
Yeah.
So you never know where life can take you as long as you stay open, kind of like what you were alluding to. But you also gave a face when the friend thing came.
Yeah.
So what do you want to elaborate?
So friends, I mean, I don't have a problem with friends. I mean, I'm friends with everyone. I mean, I make friends easily because I'm not that shy anymore. So about friends in school, I know I told Danny and you guys when I used to come out of school, I used to tell you, oh, my experience, like how was my day, or you guys would ask me. Mostly in school, we didn't have teachers, so that was a big problem. The principal and the school guidance counselor told us that we're gonna be responsible on our own to submit our work, knowing we had a deadline. But when that deadline came near, I submitted all of my work. I even told you I'm always on time. I don't want to get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end, my friends, we used to talk to each other, and they'll always go out in the weekends or in the week. And I'm like, you should focus on your work right now. Then there'll be time to, have fun.
Yeah.
But at this point, they took me like as if I'm like, how do I say it? A parent, or I wasn't a fun. I was like the party pooper, or I was no fun. I told them mostly, we don't have teachers. That we have to depend on ourselves. We have to teach ourselves, and my friends just didn't care. Well, like I said, when that deadline came in, they told me, oh, can you share me, like, can you pass that answers over? And at the last moment, I'm like, now you won't need my help. Like, I literally told you months before the deadline,
Yeah.
And now you're coming up to me and you're saying I was all this and that, but then now you need my help. So it was just like, a thing. There were like friends that did listen to me. For example, my best friend Willie, we were there together, we helped each other. And yeah, and mostly some of the friends, I mean, we still talk, but sometimes they just, they don't listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Well,
mostly friends, I'll say there'll be good friends and there'll be bad friends. So mostly the good friends will be there who listen to you and then you listen to them. The good and the bad.
yeah. Responsibility and discipline are kind of the characteristics that you kind of saw with your friends now. And I think those friendships that you do see that in, those are going to be the ones that are more likely to last the test of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
I hear that the definition of the word friend is changing for you guys. It's not gonna be the same thing.
Yeah, the thing is that it hurt me a lot, and I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to be like this type of person, like don't do this, don't do that. I mean, I'm just trying to look out for them.
Mhm.
But at the last moment when they're like, "Oh, I need help" and all that stuff, and then they just like didn't like listen to me, or they just didn't care what I said.
Yeah.
Then they just cried at the last moment. Oh, they needed my help. They cried for help. So I at this point I just couldn't do anything.
I get you. You gotta let them be accountable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know. Deasia, does that fall into the weird behavior of like friend? Does that sound relatable to you? That kind of behavior?
Yeah.
Okay, what parts of it?
Um, like just like people like not listening. I try to do my work on time, like Lewis said. I try to do my work on time. I try to hand it in when it's supposed to. And when my friends need help, I'll like ask them like, "Hey, do you need help? This, and that." I'm like, "Oh no, I got it. Thank you though." But then like a day or two after it's due, they'll be like, "Oh, can you help me with this? You should have like took my help when I offered it instead of like waiting a day or two like after the paper's due."
Yeah, because now points are late and
Yeah.
rejected my kindness. Now you're back here.
Yeah.
Don't know what we're doing here.
And the teachers take off 10 points every day it's late. So
I mean, after a certain amount of days,
Yeah.
just don't even hand it in.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere.
Well, it's, I think, situations like these might teach, these qualities of responsibility and accountability. Hopefully these friends learn from it and they'll get better, but it's hard for people to change in general. So if there's someone that you feel like you're kind of leaving behind, that's kind of like a part of life. I feel like I've definitely been in a lot of situations where like I tried my best to hold the people that were around me accountable, and like the same thing, like some heeded my warnings, some didn't, and I stuck with the people that did,
Yeah.
and they ultimately stuck with me too, so it's just you just keep these things in mind as you're like going through your last year and as you're starting your college experience.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm not friends with any of those guys I gave answers to, man.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
talk to any of those guys.
Yeah.
So I hear changing around the definitions, changing in our environments. What's something about yourself that you would like to change in the future, moving into this senior year, into this college life, that you think is going to benefit you in this new chapter? Asia, you want to go first? I can go first if you want me to go first.
Something I want like to change about myself in like the future, like as like the year goes on. I want to like not be like as nice because sometimes I can be too nice at school, and I feel like people take advantage of that, me being like too nice. And I don't want to be too nice to the point where people could think they just like can take advantage of me. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
And I've noticed that like since like freshman year, me being too nice and people taking advantage of me, and I don't want that to happen this year.
Okay. So we're putting an end to past patterns.
Yeah.
New Deasia in here.
Let's go.
We like that. New energy. That's beautiful. And I saw Louis shaking his head a little bit.
Yeah. I have
Relatable?
to agree with
Yeah.
Deasia with that too.
Okay.
Because mostly my mom says that there's always, good people and bad people. So mostly she doesn't want me to change, but I want to change, like, some part. Like my mom always says, if that person just doesn't care, or, like, pushes you away, or is like a bad person, like, you should, stay away. But as I say, I don't care, because I mean, I'm friendly with everyone. So I would try to talk with them, or try to speak with them, like, what's going on, because we don't know what they're going through. So I don't know if they need somebody to talk with, or they need a buddy, or or some attention, or something that's going on with their family or in their life.
Okay, to that, I will add, make sure you guys examine the word boundaries, because
Yeah.
you could still be nice to people, but with boundaries,
Yeah.
we don't want the world to change our heart, make
Yeah.
it make the world have us be colder. That would kind of suck.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah. DA's just laughing because I stumbled over my words a little bit, but that's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, it happens out here sometimes.
I could cut it out. It's fine. It's fine.
You feel me?
Yeah, you're
The
good.
master of edits. Even
Yo.
if you don't, I'd be totally okay
I'll
with
leave it
that.
in. I'm leaving all of this in.
Please do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause that's okay. Mistakes are okay.
Yeah, mistakes are okay.
And
Yeah.
that's kind of what you guys have kind of echoed with in different words, like the mistakes of whichever friends you have had. Those are okay. We can carry those and change.
Mhm.
And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Y'all some cool kids. I'm not gonna lie. Do you guys have any questions for us? Because we're on the other side.
Yeah.
Quick question. Let's see. I know high school has, like, the valedictorian thing, and college does that too. Exactly, right?
They have a lot of clubs. As terms of like a whole, let's say a 2015 class president or rep, they do have elections and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But they're also like smaller. Like let's say you're in, like I was in the BSU, the Black Student Union. They're gonna have their own elections for a president, a treasurer, and stuff like that. And then overall, for the entire graduating class, there will be a spokesperson, representative, and stuff of that
Yeah.
nature.
Yeah.
Is that something you want to run? For?
I wanted to run for it, because I mean, my senior year, I wanted to run for, like, class president, but mostly girls were running for it. So mostly the girls got the vote instead of the boys. So I was like, oh,
It's all right.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Next year, you
Yeah.
just gotta learn how to market to girls.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you got great ambition, so that's something good that you want to keep.
Yeah, and
going
I
into this.
mean, if I do, like, join and I run for, like, class president, I want to do, like, a lot of stuff. Like I said, I want to be more involved. Like, let's say, when they're about to do the votes, it's like, from what I know, it's like if it was like presidents for the United States, they do, like, who you should vote and stuff like
Mhm.
that, and who motivates you. So I want to do, like, a lot of stuff, like provide a lot of programs or activities, and not only because I wanted to be, but because I want to, like, change, like, the different, like, activities, or do more activities, like, be more active, because I mean, like, for me, like, I didn't want to hang out with nobody, but when I started, like, going out, I experienced, like, volunteers, activities, events, and
Mhm.
stuff like that. I was like, I should, like, I learned from them, and then I use those, what I learned, to different places. So let's say, distribution. If I do run for it, I could distribute, like, let's say, oh, we're gonna do a raffle, like, whoever donates this and that, we'll give it away. Like, let's say, for winter, Christmas, we could just do, like, a toy drive or anything for the little kids and stuff like that. Or,
Yeah.
events for, people to be together.
Yeah, I would say, like, as you're starting, try to gauge on what is going on campus now, because
Yeah.
that'll help you, like, see, like, how your college handles, like, these kinds of events. And you could also, don't be afraid to go up and ask somebody,
Yeah.
like, hey, like, I have this idea for an event, how can I get involved, or how do you sign up, and, like, try to learn the steps on how to get your own thing running. Or maybe join a club, and through that club you could have your own, like, kind of events happen as well. There's many different avenues you can have that you can go through to make that possible. So it's just about going out there, not being shy, and just putting yourself out there.
Yeah, because, like you said, I should be, like, more active and see what they're doing.
Mhm.
I actually follow their page and see what they post or what activities they do. So from that, I learned what they do, so I could just like get in the game and play my steps too.
Yeah,
There you go.
exactly.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, cool. Deja, you have a question?
Yeah, how like senior year high school, right? How long did you wait until you started to like apply for colleges?
I feel like for me, it was not long. I didn't wait long personally. Like I did my junior year, I did my SAT, right? And I applied for Montclair State University. I don't think they require SAT scores anymore. But I still submitted mine. I did FAFSA first. I applied for my FAFSA first, which is financial aid, before anything. And then after that, I started applying to college. I would say getting your FAFSA done is like the first thing, most important thing you need to get done ASAP to just secure, your financial aid. So like that, you could get into college without worrying about just like tuition, So I would say, how about you?
Yeah, I would agree with what he's saying, with what Danny's saying. Start early.
Yeah.
I would advise you have your FAFSA and your application sent out before Christmas.
Yeah.
Definitely have it sent out before Christmas. Your guidance counselor might suggest having it sent out before Thanksgiving. That's what I did. I did it by Thanksgiving time. I had it out there. And you want to do that because when the admissions start coming in and the letters start going out, you don't want it to be May 3rd and everyone else got their acceptance letters and you're still waiting for yours. So you still have to keep your grades up. You still have to do all that. You gotta act like you don't even know if you're getting accepted because you don't, because you're late, So definitely get it in as soon as possible. And if your guidance counselor is not getting you any, like doing any help, like doing anything for you, come get us, or we can get you the resources. We can supplement that, because my guidance counselor walked me through that whole thing. Showed me where to deliver it, kind of envelope, everything. So sooner than later. And if you need help, come get some help.
I would like to add on that. Mostly, well, I recently graduated, senior graduated. I feel like how you guys said the FAFSA first. My school was very strict with that, so mostly nobody like got away with the FAFSA. Like if you didn't do it, no, you had to do it immediately. And we started like way in the beginning, so I know school starts in August. In our back then school. We started in September, our FAFSA, and then after that we had to do like collect our recommendation letter.
Okay.
Yeah. I went around because mostly, if you don't have a recommendation letter, it was like bad, or your like let's say letter for college, because mostly some colleges need recommendation letters on why you want to apply to this or why you want to go to this college. So mostly, I feel FAFSA recommendation letters. If you know a lot of people, or you're like you're good with that person, or you volunteered or worked there, or did some kind of event with them, recommendation letters is recommendable. And like Danny said, the SATs, not all colleges don't accept it now. They're just like an option if they want it.
Yeah. I know aren't some schools still requiring SAT scores though?
I'm not sure.
No,
not all of them.
Yeah, I know there are some of them that don't. Like Montclair, for me, like I didn't have to. It was optional, but having it is definitely not bad, as well. Yeah. If you have like a score that you're like, I'm gonna put this up on my application, it might help you out.
Yeah.
Also, kind of use this year to fill up your resume. Like we have a bunch of Luis,
the resume,
Luis will tell you he fill up his resume with all types of volunteering and this, that, and the third, and that does help you. That really does help. So
I'm still working on my resume, adding stuff.
That's beautiful. That's what you're supposed to do. Continually work on that resume. So try and get involved into whatever we got going on here, or maybe something's happening at the church or wherever that stack up on the volunteer hours.
Stuff like get it documented too, so like that you can, if anyone asks, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Trust me, I had to go through all that when I was putting in my volunteering hours for college and stuff. So,
are y'all taking I know you still have you're gonna go into college. I know you have a year But do you guys have anything from home that you would think you would take to your classes, like keeping your bag or something like that, like a little piece of home to take with you? Do you think you guys would do that, or are you guys ready to just clean break college? I'm all done.
Yeah, I'll probably take a picture of my mom with me to college, keep it on like my desk or something.
Okay. Was college something that she had in mind for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you planning on dorming?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
College experience.
I'm glad, because we had a previous conversation and you were kind of on the fence about it. But if you can dorm, I recommend you do.
It's just the fact of like having to get used to a whole bunch of new people.
Well, we can speak a little bit to that because you were here when the youth center was not as populated, when we had very few students, and you've seen the transition of having a bunch of people here, and you've kind of transformed yourself as someone who's rather quiet to someone who can sit up here with Luis and have a podcast. So I'm just saying, it may not be the scariest thing ever. It may not be. I have a lot of confidence that you're gonna sprout and have wonderful friends, just like the ones that you've sprouted and created now. It didn't take you too long.
Yeah, I know you said change is scary, and change is scary for a lot of people. But I would say change also can lead to a lot of good things in your life. But it'll still be scary, but it could, lead to that. So I would say you try to embrace change the best you can, even though it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
And like, don't you have to like the person you get like when you dorm, like your first year of college, does that like change every year?
Yeah,
It can.
It can, especially like if you're swapping from different like dormitories, that might happen if you want to go from like a room that's by yourself to like a room with like that has another roommate, or there's some that have a communal like area and then those like 4 separate rooms, So it just depends on your specific situation, what college you go to, and where you dorm in those colleges.
If you get really, really lucky, you'll get someone who last minute decided to change their room and you'll end up with a solo. But they'll probably stick someone in there later, but you get to enjoy it by yourself for a little bit. Roommates aren't the worst thing. I've had like 4 different roommates in college. And it's funny, I think like the one who was closest to me as a friend was probably like the worst roommate. I think strangers make pretty good roommates. They can make pretty good roommates at the college level. We'd be very, very specific when I say that. At the college level, having a roommate as a stranger is not the worst thing because, you're still kind of a kid. And you don't want to step on anybody's toes, so you're kind of stepping on eggshells, and they're kind of stepping on eggshells, and then eventually you guys kind of just, it meshes. You guys just, find your rhythm. Yeah. Eventually you do that. Gets a little trickier when you have a close friend and then they, don't clean their dirt ring or something in the bathroom.
Yes.
Can I add on what you asked about taking to college?
Yes.
So I would say, well, my first year I'm commuting, so mostly I'll be taking I'll still visit my family, come by. But my second, third, fourth, fifth year, I'll be, like how the agent said, I'll have a picture of not only my mom but my family, and take something that's like very valuable for me. And plus, I'll take my ring Goku too. It took time.
You gotta find a way to put him somewhere that's, you feel me? Because he's too big to be a keychain.
Yeah. For our watchers on YouTube, we have in the background a lovely crochet made by Lewis here of an anime character. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. Earlier you said you're pretty like an artistic person. I think that's a testament to that. We can have that. We just have that in our background. Now, unfortunately, it's not permanent. Yeah. I know everyone was excited, like, oh man, the podcast is getting a new little thing there, but I'll give it back to you, so it's okay. It's all right. But that's pretty incredible. You did a great job on that. Yeah. Right. So definitely need to bring that with you to college. Yeah.
Or I could actually start a crocheting club. If St. Peter doesn't have a crocheting club, I could start one.
There it is. Right there.
You see?
You already got the plan. You got the plan down already.
Yeah.
You're gonna take over the college. That's great.
You start that, if and when you start that club, definitely take a group picture and send it to us and send it to Miss Diana so she can rejoice at how you spread the love everywhere.
You got to keep the Rengoku alive. Man.
You feel me? Number 1 Hashira.
Yeah.
Number 1 Hashira.
There it is.
That's the guy right there.
You know what I was thinking right now? Now that we're here, and I'm looking at the crocheting. You know what would be a good idea is like if I could crochet like each and one person. Like let's say I could crochet Danny.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Deja and me.
yo.
So every time we
Yo.
have a podcast, you could just like put it in there,
Yo, yeah, just
like
put it in the
hanging
back.
right here. You know, like a little keychain.
Oh, just have him hang
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah, so
that'd
like
be-
let's say if Danny's podcasting, he could bring his, just put it right there.
Yo, let's go.
That's
or
a
you-
great
Or
idea.
if you make a bigger one, you just put it at the end of the table. That's what
Yeah.
you should have done. Just put that right there, front and center.
You feel me? And then the
Yeah.
move after that is we make life size crochets.
Yes.
And
we
throw
just-
the headphones on them.
Exactly. We just have them sit in the chairs. We just chill, sit in the back, and let them, do their thing.
Oh, feel me? Don't even do anything.
Yeah.
But nah, that crocheted mini us, that'd be dope.
Yeah,
So
that would be great.
every time we do a podcast,
feel me,
you
yes.
just put one right here to see whose mic is which,
Yeah.
and then we just say, oh,
Yeah.
this is us,
No, have
Yo,
a
you're gonna
hangover.
be in your crocheting club, and the members of your club is gonna be like, "Who are these random people that you're putting these pictures of to make little crochets of?" And you're like, "Nah, don't worry about it. I just random, just make them. Don't ask any questions." And they're gonna be like, "All right,
Feel
there
me?
you go."
Imagination.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to that.
Most
Yeah.
definitely. man.
Like design the mics, I guess.
Mhm.
Decorate them.
Mm-hmm. Adding a little spice, little
Yeah,
magic,
I don't see that a lot. Podcasts don't decorate their mics.
Yeah, I know.
I never
I mean,
see
they
that.
add some stuff
Yeah, like-
something like right here.
Yeah, I know. Like with Twitch streamers, when
Yeah,
you're playing
like
games
that,
and stuff,
yeah.
they have like little keychains and stuff that they'll put. So I would more than gladly accept some microphone keychains.
Yeah.
Yeah, DH, I know you got a bracelet company. You could make us some bracelets. Have
Yo, podcast
a
bracelets.
podcast bracelets.
Yo.
Come on.
Yeah, that's great. Yo, that's your next project right there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Then you got to figure out shipping. I can start. I
well,
can start
yeah.
ordering the bracelets.
Yo,
It's
you'll
gonna
go global with it.
Come on now,
Yeah, you got it.
from Patterson to Istanbul. You never know.
Yeah, yeah. Bracelets are really popular in Istanbul. I don't know if you knew that. That's pretty good. Pretty cool. Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable.
So you learn something every day.
Yeah. We're going to end it there. Thank you guys so much for coming and sitting down here with us once again. It was a pleasure to have you here. I'm wishing you the best of luck in your future. I know it's, you're ending this chapter in your life, and we're excited to see where you go from here. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank y'all. It was a good
You're
pod.
welcome.